Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to be talking about episode 59. I actually haven't left my seat from recording episode 58's talk, and I have my notes for episode 59 in front of me, so I thought I would dive right into it. So episode 59, the slight OCD person in me does not like the fact that it's not just a nice round 60, but it's fine. I mean, it's not that bad, but I was just like, what? How did that happen? Where did that, huh? But whatever, it's fine. This definitely feels like a season finale. It really does. There's no major action. The plot, it's kind of wrapping elements of this season's storyline up while kind of giving niblets to future kind of conflict. But it does. It just felt very finale-esque, which I did not mind because this has been a roller coaster of a season. I think this series is the series I cried the most in out of every series I've watched. I'm sure maybe Buffy and Angel I cried several times, but I can't remember. But I'm sure that happened. But still, this has been an emotional roller coaster, and I'm really glad they kind of gave us a soft landing. So, anyway, it starts where it's talking about, Owl and Grisha are talking about loving someone, behind the walls. And that makes me feel like maybe he tried to create a different relationship with Aaron, that maybe he loved his wife and his child more than he did previously. It seems like he didn't get over Dinah entirely, which is fine. But I think it seemed like he made more of an effort. Then again, he also had more time with Aaron than he did with Zeke. But he still turned his son into a weapon. So there's still that element. He turned Zeke into a weapon, and that backfired, and now he turned Aaron into a weapon, which seemingly has not backfired, which is nice. But obviously the two weapons are going to face off. Like, that's going to happen. It can't not happen. But yeah, so I think they're really setting up the last season to be a showdown between the Eldians and the Marleyans, and Aaron versus Zeke. So all right, so I think the people's reactions to, like, the truth is to be expected, where some people are like, what? And other people are like, nah, what a hoax. Like, that seemed totally reasonable to me. And what didn't seem reasonable to me was that the people in charge were originally considering following the same path of the king. Thank God that, cooler heads and more rational thought prevailed and was like, no, we should not repeat what the king did. But I did think that was kind of interesting that they were tempted to do exactly what the king had done. And yeah, it was weird seeing Levi and Hanji not in their uniform. That was super strange to see, just because Levi and Hanji, I cannot speak. Hanji, they're always in their uniforms. To see them in street clothes was like, it's like seeing a bear wearing a bowler hat or something. It was just very weird. And then I guess the next thing I say on my notes or whatever is Flock. I don't like him. I don't. I'm sure there are some of you who are sympathetic to Flock. He could take a long walk off a short pier at a high altitude as far as I'm concerned. He was cowardly. He then wanted Erwin to survive. It seemed slightly out of vengeance or something. I mean, I know there was other elements to it, but then, he was he was speaking into a situation that he did not have the emotional or relational equity to do so up on the rooftop when it was everyone deciding who was going to be turned into a Titan. So it's like, So I didn't like him then, and I certainly didn't like him now, where he feels the need to say the truth regardless of who it hurts and what situation is damaged. So Hitch, who is probably heartbroken or at least very sad that, Marlo is gone. And of course he's like, yep, I'm sure he regretted it in the end, and then is just talking about how like everyone knows and everyone's thinking that Armin shouldn't have been the one. And of course, don't you think Armin knows that? And then you keep on saying, I feel like he just keeps on rehashing this. Yes, we know that Erwin was a brilliant leader and that there was a very good argument for saving Erwin. And yeah, the argument for saving Armin was very emotionally based, but that doesn't make it okay to keep on bringing it up. I also don't like the fact that, I mean, I guess by the nature that he's one of the only ones left, that he's kind of been brought into the core group of people, but he's not connected to any of them. And he's speaking in a way that like makes it feel like he's known them for years. One battle does not make you as connected to these people as they were with each other when they had like been connected for so long. I think he's presumptuous and tactless and needs to go away. And I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but all I can see right now tells me I don't like him. I don't. Because a poor Armin has just got to have a weight on him. I mean, not only does he realize that, Erwin was probably the better choice in terms of strategic planning and all that, but then he's only going to live another, 13 years. And I mean, granted, that's definitely longer than he would have lived if he had not been revived, but still, I mean, that's just like a dang. I'm not going to make it to see the age of 30. That's got to do something to a guy, which I think is definitely testament to Armin's resilience. As we see later on in the episode, that he still hasn't lost his childlike whimsy and magic and enthusiasm when he looks up at the sky and he sees the wide open space, and when he sees the ocean, like he's still got that exuberance. I just think it speaks to his resiliency of character and spirit, that he is able to still have that sparkle. All right, so when Eren kisses Historia's hand and he gets some of her visions, or gets some visions, I guess it wasn't her visions, it was visions from his dad. It looked like Grisha was trying to reason with the princess, essentially telling her like, kill the Titans so that my wife and son aren't eaten, like do something. And then she just has this look. She closes her eyes, her facial features smooth, and she becomes implacable, and her eyes open, and it's the purple eyes of the founding Titan. And it's like he tried to reason with them. He just didn't go and like, I'm going to eat this person, steal the Titan. It's almost like he changed strategies. He didn't do exactly what the owl asked him to do. He tried to get them to do it on their own. And then when they wouldn't, then obviously he ate her and took the Titan and so on and so forth. But I gotta wonder if the longer Eren spends with Historia, the more information he's going to get from his father. And the more access he gets to like his father's memories, will he get access to other Attack Titan memories, for instance, those of the owl and the person who had it before him. And was there ever a woman that had the Attack Titan? I mean, I can't remember in like the little glimpses if there were. I should probably go back and look at that. But anyway, Eren's hair needs to be shorn. It does. He looks a bit like Mikasa. They have very similar facial features, and how both of their hair is long. It's not a good look. Eren, no. So that was my first thought, was just like, dude, I know what they're doing to show passage of time, to make him look a little older, more mature, but he just kind of looks like a girl at this point in time. And I think he should cut his hair, which makes me feel like, a woman who's, in her 70s, who's like, them young whippersnappers need to cut their hair. I mean, anyway. All right. But I don't know. Eren definitely seems different. And I don't know if that's because of the memories that he has had access to, or whether that is kind of the sereneness of the founding Titan. Whether he's starting to feel the connection between everyone and the actual Titans. For instance, when they see that large Titan that's been burrowing through the earth, that he doesn't kill that individual, he touches the Titan and almost communes with it. And it was said earlier that the attack Titan always seeks freedom. And I feel like Eren has found freedom from his desire for vengeance. I mean, in the first episode, or the first couple episodes, where he has this anger and this like vengeance against the Titans, and now he's much more subdued. He's much more mature. He doesn't hate the Titans. If anything, he feels a connection and a sympathy and an empathy, and it's just a different Eren. And I really got to wonder how that's going to translate into fight scenes. If he's going to be less kind of scrappy and more kind of graceful and powerful, kind of like Neo at the end of the Matrix type thing, where he just like owns it. Maybe not. We'll see. But I did think that was interesting. And the fact that Attack Titan is always looking for freedom, and that's what he talks about at the ocean, where it's, we pass the wall, but there's no freedom. We still need to seek out that freedom. Now we need to go across another barrier. Instead of a wall, it's an ocean, to then seek freedom from our enemies. And that's just interesting that he's continually looking for that, and really makes you wonder, can you achieve freedom from outward kind of situations? For instance, can you seek freedom from other things, like to break down barriers, break down walls, or do you need to seek freedom within yourself? And I think that might be a theme that they're going to work with. Maybe, maybe not. But if I were the writers, I would look into that. Or writer. I guess there's only one, but still, I would look into that if I were writing this. And seeing Hanji holding, are they sea urchins, was just positively delightful. And seeing how it seems like everyone's kind of like a puppy. When you see puppies kind of see something for the first time, they're like, they just seem very, I don't know, like childlike and playful and easily shocked. And the only person in that entire group that isn't is Eren, which makes sense because he has his dad's memory. So he's actually not experiencing it for the first time as far as his mind is concerned. But everyone else is, and I just really liked that. And that Armin has his shell, which really kind of comes into play the very last scenes, where you have Eren standing by the windows with the sunlight coming in, and then you see what I would assume is Armin, just his torso and his lap, he's holding a shell. And I feel like Armin is going to die next season holding his shell. And that I don't really know what the shell fully symbolizes. I mean, maybe that's freedom for Armin, but the way the hands were positioned, it doesn't look like someone is gripping or holding the shell, but rather limply having their hands down and the shell being in his hands. So I think that is a glimpse to the demise of Armin in the next season. I hope it's a great send-off. I mean, I feel like everyone up to this point has had a really phenomenal death. And by that, I mean, even the ones that are very abrupt and not expected, I think are positioned well in the plot to be significant for the development of the remaining characters. So we'll see. All right. So that is my commentary for episode 59. Those are my thoughts. And I am really looking forward to 2020. I hear that there is a trailer for the next season, and someone in Instagram messaged me and was like, "Hey, do you know?" And so I'm gonna look for that, and I'm hoping there aren't any spoilers, but then again, I don't know. I'm like less worried about spoilers at this point in time, which I probably should be, but just because I feel like a lot of the mystery has been like presented, and now this next season I feel is going to be more showdown between the Eldians and the Marleyans as opposed to secrets and all that. Except I guess there's the last Titan, like the big Titan. I mean, have we seen that person yet? I mean, has that Titan revealed itself or is that the Titan that's being like milked or something by the Marleyans to get cerebral spinal fluid? I don't know. But yeah. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and yeah, till next time.